This is question 16 from the 2011 IMAT paper. So in this question we're looking at house numbering on a street. So on one side of the street the houses are just numbered 1, 2, 3, etc. going up. On the other side they're numbered in the opposite direction. The houses are all the same size, so each house has another house directly opposite, and we're told that house number 17 is opposite house number 56. So we're asked how many houses are there in the street. So if you haven't had a chance to have a go at this question yourself, pause the video and do that now. Otherwise we'll I think start by drawing this. So okay, first let's look at one side of the street. So we've got houses numbered 1, 2, 3, etc. and we're interested in the 17 and 56 which are opposite, so we'll put those on. I'll just put some dots here, so there'll be some houses in between here. We'll continue this way for some distance, so they keep going up in number all the way along here, and then at the end you essentially turn around and start numbering them this way instead. So as it says in the question, house 1 is going to be opposite the largest numbered house, and I've just called this number n because that's just going to be the number of houses in the street. Right? The highest number of any house on the street is going to be the same as the number of houses, because we're starting from 1 and just counting up to that number. So I've called this n, and that's what we want to find. And then I'm just showing that on this side of the street the numbering is going the opposite way. So we get to 56 here, which is opposite 17, and then the numbers are increasing. So if this is n minus 1, this is n minus 2, because it's increasing this way from right to left, i.e. decreasing the other way. So what you might be tempted to do is to start filling in more houses, especially I think a lot of students are tempted to kind of fill in all the houses on this side and get to the end of the street and see what's happening there. And you can use that to solve the question, but there is a quicker way. So I'm going to suggest if we look at these houses are all paired up. And when things are paired up, you might want to look at the pairs and see if you can notice any patterns in them. So can you notice a pattern here? Well, actually all these pairs, the numbers on the houses add up to the same thing. So 1 and n add up to n plus 1. Here this number has increased by 1, this one's decreased by 1 as we go to the right. So those are also going to add up to n plus 1. These two also add up to n plus 1. If we get to this pair, so we expect them all to add up to n plus 1, but this pair here adds up to 73. Well, okay, now we see we've got an answer to our question, how many houses are there, because we just want to find n, remember. So we're basically saying, okay, n plus 1 is going to have to be equal to 73. If we solve that, we get n is 72, and that corresponds to answer D. So that's an answer to the question. I just want to quickly talk about another method, because a lot of students do try to put in all the houses up to the end. One way to think about that is, if you're trying to get to this numbered house here, because that's going to be half of the total, like the highest numbered house on this side of the street is going to be half of the total, which we can expect to be 36. Now we've got this answer. So you might just start filling in the pairs up to there, so you'd have 36 and 37 at the end. But even if you're doing that, there's not the quickest way to apply that technique, because what you'll notice is that each time the difference between the house numbers is decreasing by 1. And so probably at some point you say, okay, difference here is 39, it's going to go to difference of 37 on the next pair of houses, it's going to be 18 and 55. And then we keep going until the difference is 1, and then we'll put in the numbers on the houses there. But once you've noticed that, it's actually quicker to go in the other direction. So if we've got a difference of 39 between these two here, here we're going to have a difference 1 more than that. So we're going to have house 16, that's decreased by 1, this one's increased by 1. So we're going to have a difference, sorry, not 1 more, a difference of 2 more than that. And we just need to see, okay, we want to find n, so we can just say if we move 16 down this way, what are we going to get to? Well, if we're moving 16 to the left, the difference is increasing by 2 each time, so we've increased from a difference of 39 to a difference of 39 plus 2 lots of 16, which is 71, and then because this is n and 1, this is going to have to be 72 to give us a difference of 71, so again we get the same answer.